to 10. I set the reservation for the gala 6 to 10 p.m. at the Palmer House. It's going to be in the Empire Room. Once the actual reservation or once the invites are being sent out, they'll have all of the details on there. So an important deadline, Wednesday, 10 a.m. I need everyone to fill out the forms on whether they're going to be attending. And if you are, to fill out the food forms. I said it last week, I'll say it again. If you don't fill it out, you don't get fed. And that's going to be an issue because I do not want to have last second orders the day of the event. I don't want that money that we just voted on today, the $3,500. I don't want that to go towards incidentals, especially something silly like that. So just please get it in before Wednesday, 10 a.m. Thank you. So I am working on a carpooling form. I mentioned it was in the attendance thing to see if people would be interested in that, if that could like sway whether they want to be there or not, just to ensure that everyone has means of transportation of getting there, because at this point, our ventures will not be working anymore with CTA. And then I met with Dre and Michelle Ramirez from DOS on last Friday to discuss something, to update them on some gala things, and then to discuss some logistical things from Palmer House, like contracts and whatnot. And then Michelle, Speaker of the House, Michelle and Chairperson Guerrero was there with me during that meeting. I went to the Palmer House, that big thing, and I went to see the actual room we're going to be in. It's the Empire Room. I took some pictures. It's wonderful. So I'm excited for that. I drafted the resolution with our treasurer, Mohammed Peck, over the actual deposit of the gala. I also repeated some information. You didn't know that I do it. And then I'm having a meeting this week between DOS and our events planner from the Palmer House to discuss the actual contract itself. So we don't sign off on anything that we don't want to, but essentially in the contract, it's just going to be detailing the information of the event as well as what we're asking of them, which is just the minimum of the food and drink, non-alcoholic. I'm coordinating with one of our USG members as well as the current radio program director, Diego, on bringing back the UIC DJ mobile service. Hopefully that will work. And then Daniela, actually, I should have put this in here, I'm so sorry, but Daniela is working on getting some new food vendors to be approved by DOS. So that, we're not just buying things from Target and, we actually give money towards small-owned local businesses because it's, more intimate, it's nicer, and it's just more thoughtful to have this, especially as like party favors and just like a thank you gift during our gala. And then I'm continuing to delegate tasks. So right now, we have kind of a solidified invite list that they're going to be working with, that our members are going to be working on, and then theme and decorum. We're going to be getting an estimated cost as well as the actual items that we want to purchase, which I will try to coordinate with our treasurer because of US issues. And then right now we're just going to be working on itinerary and activities to actually do the day of the event. I yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions for John? John?
Yes.
What's a Chicago style brownie?
Really, I'm just imagining it's just one big brownie. I have no idea, but I can get you a more concrete answer maybe by next week's meeting. I do not know. That's my answer. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Popcorn?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, whoever.
Oh, Daniel?
Yeah.
I also did want to add that if, I'm not sure if it will be, but if Night Ride is still running, because that's in the law school's vicinity, we could technically take Night Rides back to campus if it's still running. If that's
It is. It runs all the way. It runs from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Oh no, I meant in terms of the like the year, like if we're still allowed to ride.
Oh, it runs 365 days. Like even if it's the 31st of December, it works.
So I guess we can do Night Rides, I guess, from there. So.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Oh, station manager. No, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna amend it, but it's station manager. I'm sorry, Diego.
Any other questions or comments? If not, we will move on to the next officer report, which is the report of the diversity and inclusion chair.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the quote of the week. This one is by Onoki. It says, "Never give up without even trying. Do what you can, no matter how small the effect it may have." I know. Okay. The first thing is I received the pictures from the USG photo shoot. I will be sharing those soon. And thank you to everyone who attended. This includes also the headshot, so please give me until tonight and I'll send an email with all of them. It's just I have to review that all of them are there. But yeah, we received those. I'll be sending those tonight by the latest tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do that tonight. I'm also part of the USG Gala committee, as I mentioned in my last report. So today I was able to attend that committee meeting. Everyone get excited about the gala because it's gonna be super fun, and that is doing an amazing job. Yes, job. Okay, and then another thing to keep in mind, this event is happening. It's called You Graduated, What's Next? It happened April 6th, 4 to 6 p.m. on room 302 or on Zoom. Hannah, who's my committee member, has been planning this. I know there are other members that have been also planning it. So I mentioned Hannah too, because that's the person I specifically know is planning it. But to everyone that's planning it, great job. I think this event is gonna be amazing. And yeah, just keep it in mind. I'm gonna go. So if you can go, please go. Apart from that, I'm in conversations with the sustainability department. I've been in conversations for a while on how to fund bike safety gear and also help students purchase DB memberships. Because of our funding restrictions, I'm gonna put a hold on this initiative until we kind of like figure out the funding. I'm gonna try for them to do that purchase instead of us, because as a sustainability department, they should be definitely ensuring safety, sustainability options for transportation. Apart from that, my meetings are Friday 4 to 5 to 6 p.m. So if any of you want to join for any reason, if you want to collaborate, just check them out. Please feel free to let me know and I'll give you the Zoom link. And then I'm currently researching diversity related speakers and I'm in the process of contacting their managers. So I wanted to bring a speaker really focused on any topic on diversity and inclusion for them to come. However, I'm gonna put a hold on this initiative too until we figure out the funding, as we might not have enough funding to do this event, which is perfectly fine. That's something we can always do next semester. Apart from that, shout out to all my members and their hard work and dedication. They keep surprising me. And then I did add 2 more things to my report really quickly. So first of all, please respond to the form for the pronouns. That's very important. Even if your pronouns, just please fill it out. Yes, it's in the group meet. So please fill it out. Also, thank you, Sam, for doing the kind of like putting all that work into that. That's amazing. And then, yeah, try to please go to the social, especially for new members, because we all want to kind of like get to know you and kind of like welcome you into the USG family. So please try to make it to the social. And those are my last things. So I yield my time for questions.
Sorry, are there any questions for Daniela? Yes, go ahead, Sam.
I would just like to comment also, I forgot to mention, Daniela helped me a lot with putting together this nameplates thing, a lot of guidance, so thank you.
Thank you.
And please do fill out the form. Thanks.
It's so short, sorry, it's so short. I literally filled it out like 2 minutes, so please fill it out.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments? If not, we will move on to the next officer report, which is the report of the Legislative Affairs Chair.
Good morning. So like Danielle was talking about, and is planning an event this week. So please come out. Melody's been working hard on the event as well. She's been sharing her couple contacts, and some of them will be there, as well as to hear from Kids as you. She's helped spreading the word to her poli-sci contacts, and bring a friend to come. There will be some food. I think the funding got through for that event at least. And there is a form not officially if you want to participate in the coordination of the event. So reach out to any of us if you want to directly help with coordinating the event. And then Melody's still working on her student issues event, and we'll see about funding for that, I guess, now. There's a meeting with Indiana on Wednesday to discuss need resolutions, and I'm sure we'll work on that tomorrow during our weekly meeting. Try to get that all tucked away. It's looking stronger every time we need to talk about it. And then there's a Senate meeting for educational policy this Thursday that I'll be attending. That concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions? If not, we will move on to the next officer report, which is the public affairs chair.
Okay, first off, I want to congratulate everyone who ran in the election. We're all very proud of you for putting yourself out there. And congrats to the winners, but in general, everyone who ran, proud of you for putting yourself out there. So my committee meeting was on Tuesday and it went well. I introduced the new members to PAC and who we are, what we do, and met individually with those who could not attend. And Representative Diego Basaldu has brought amazing ideas, and we're currently working on an event, but that will have to be put on hold with the funding issues right now. But I'll just share with you his awesome idea was to recognize the maintenance, ground workers, custodians. So we met with Vice Chancellor Coronado and Mr. Bridges, the executive director of maintenance, I believe. Anyway, we had a great discussion today discussing the logistics of the event, but with funding, we'll have to figure out that as it goes. And also Diego is working on the Art Institute of Chicago collaboration with UIC. So he's meeting with a representative from that program to see if we can get UIC convinced of joining this program so that students have a free membership to the Art Institute of Chicago. I know I use that all the time. That sounds awesome. So the more info will be forthcoming about that. And I asked my committee members things they're interested in. So Representative Rena has been interested with working with Darian in supporting the designing of graphics, and so is Mike. So we have a lot of interest in the committee for those things, and I know there's a lot of events that have been coming up. So Darian has been kind of swamped with designing, so it'll be great to have some extra hands with that. And as Anshu spoke on, the student organization resource survey presentation will occur next week. So please, if you are in an organization, make sure to have your voice heard about any issues you've had with any of these resources. And it's an open forum to everyone. So if you know others who have had problems with these resources, please feel free to invite them as speakers from the community to discuss with the administration we have coming following our report. And I yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Abby? If not, we will move on to the next officer report, which is the report of the Student Success Chair.
Hello, can everyone hear me well? Great. So my report is attached to the email chain. Awesome. So I have a quote here. Can't just let life happen to you. You have to make life happen. So just take that as you will. Committee meetings again, Fridays from 11 to 12 p.m. Again, everyone's welcome to join. No one joins other than my committee members. State of the university is tomorrow. It's in person, but I encourage everyone to come at least for the live stream to hear what the chancellor has to say about our university. And speaking of the chancellor, the search committee kickoff meeting is this Wednesday. I'll give updates as we continue to meet. So stay tuned for that. In terms of the higher education affordability, meetings with the department heads are continuing. I've reached out to the Texas, the Texas A&M student government and asked if we can meet to talk about how they're doing with their OER faculty leadership program, which is the program we're trying to implement here at UIC. So we're hopefully going to meet next week sometime. And in terms of career development, For the Irish booth, again, I reached out to two student governments, University of Miami and University of Cincinnati, to see how they are doing with their Irish booths, see if it's kind of worth bringing here on campus. But Carolina is still trying to find time to meet with the company. And after we have that meeting, we'll continue with meeting with our career services. Yeah, in terms of initiatives within the committee, Yasmin has received a response from CSI. So we'll see how we can meet with them and talk about reopening about the student org spaces. Yeah, so the International Student Town Hall, that'll be Tuesday, April 12th, 4 to 5 p.m. in the Fort Dearborn Room, although the resolution was supposed to be voted on tonight. So we'll see how that goes because there has been a little bit of issues with the budget, but we'll seek to resolve that. Representative Dia, again, is approving tutoring services with Math Science Learning Center. She's also thinking about doing a mental health event, so we'll see with that. Alex is still collaborating with diversity and inclusion for the sleeping room collab. Manor is conducting outreach for a scholar-based initiative, merit-based scholarship initiative, and Sarah is drafting a resolution, and that's hopefully to be shared with the provost this Wednesday if it comes up in the agenda. But with that, I yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions? If not, we will move on to the last officer report, which is the report of the campus life chair.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. So for my officer report, last week, Sunday, went to the leadership retreat that Michelle put on. So thank you for that. It was very great, very informative. Even for existing members, it's really great to go out there and kind of freshen up on those skills that we always promote and kind of like the nitty gritty about how things work in USG. For our committee meeting, we have a lot of stuff going on. So Representative Sam is helping out with the USG Campus Life Forum. That's now put on hold with everything going on with the budget. And then also working with other representatives within the committee to create a social event for our students, which might also get put on hold now with the issues with the budget. Representative Brenda finalizing the Google form, also planning the social event for students, also kind of figuring out how we can promote the commuter center for those students who have no idea that the commuter center exists, because that's always a constant struggle, just making sure students know about it, that they're taking advantage of those resources. Representative Veronica working on a vaping campaign. So we were discussing it earlier today, possibly doing a post on social media, like a little campaign through there. And now that it's later in the semester and it's gonna be hard finding a way to do in-person type of event. We can possibly do that next semester to kind of promote kind of healthy choices amongst our students. And then Representative Grant is now the Fsl Liaison. Fsl stands for Fraternity and Sorority Life. Grant will be contacting the new council presidents. So for next semester, now that everything is getting back into the swing of things, hopefully next school year, Greek life will be somewhat back to normal. So Grant will be helping with those, with strengthening our connection with the Greek and sorority life organizations. And I know Chairman Matthew Almendras wants to also do a food drive event too. So Representative Isaiah, he is leading the USG Campus Life Forum, but now that everything's going on, it's a big TBD on all of that. So we'll see how things go. Everyone was already invited. For those who don't know, the USG Campus Life Forum is supposed to be an event where all students and all student staff can come together to voice their concerns to admin, like Vice Chancellor Rex Tolliver, Associate Vice Chancellor Alex Silva, campus housing and the ladies who run the student centers. And then Representative Isaiah, Sam, Grant, and I were finalizing the details for that event. I've also met with some other students who are trying to work on creating an undergraduate student union. So kind of talking about how that would work out, how they would play, what kind of support that they need. And then finally, congratulations to everyone who won during the elections, and congratulations to everyone who participated in it. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So I applaud all of you who were able to get on the ballot, because that's such a major accomplishment. So congratulations to everyone, and I yield my time for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions? If not, we will move on to the next order of business, which is announcements. Are there any announcements? Yes, Anshu?
Yeah, just a quick announcement for the baseball game RSVP. I forgot to put the name question. I did add that after the first response. So three people responded, but I didn't get the name of the first person that responded. So if you were the person that responded, please DM me or email me and I'll add your name to your response. Thank you.
All right, Matthew?
Thank you. That person was me, so. So yeah, a student reached out to me and mentioned that they're hosting kind of like Gather for Iftar this Ramadan. So I'm gonna put in the chat, in the USG Assembly chat, if you would like to check that out. Yeah, thank you.
Any other announcements? Yeah.
Okay, I have even more to say about the nameplates, but I'll make it quick. First of all, I didn't make this clear. Everybody, even if you already have a nameplate, please respond. That's a little annoying. The reason is because of pronouns. The point is to make sure that pronouns are like completely normal, to make sure that we are an accepting body, which is why we should all have our pronouns on there. And also, I'm not going to assume your pronouns because that would defeat the whole point. So yeah, please, if you already have one, just respond. It's so fast. And then also in the future, so I spent the weekend, I spent like 3 hours trying to figure out word formatting, and I have like a template that really works perfectly for these nameplates. It gets the measurements all right, so you can cut it really easily. So that's something that's going to be available definitely to speakers and interim speakers in the future. If that's something that you want to look at, this document has like exact instructions for formatting, for how things should look. And if you have a guest that you want to bring who you would like to have a name plaque for, let me know. I'm obviously very into this nameplate thing for some reason. So I will put that together for you. And, you know, decorum is like sometimes a silly thing, but also like legitimacy for student government. The better decorum we have, the more legitimate we seem, and that's always a good thing. So yeah, please fill that out. And if you ever want a nameplate, I will make it for you. So sorry to be so adamant, thank you, about this, but it will be nice. So thank you very much.
Deserved claps for a speech. Any other announcements? Oh, Daniela?
I honestly just really forgot this, so I have to. The first one is congratulations to the people that won in the elections. I missed that, so I wanted to give everyone a round of applause. Yeah. Okay, and then the second one, I honestly just forgot it, and I wrote it down. Oh no, yes, a fraternity reached out to me saying that they would want USG members to attend to an event. It's kind of like a karaoke event, it's a very small event. So I'll be sending the flyer to on our group. So if you want to, you can RSVP. I think it's a small karaoke event. That's it.
All right, thank you. Any other announcements? Yes, Hannah? Yeah, for those who didn't hear on Zoom, please come to announcement. Any other announcements? I have one. Please make sure in these coming weeks that you're keeping an eye on the group me and also your email. I know we don't always send everything through email. There's some things that are through group me as well. So make sure if you haven't muted or something that you're regularly checking to keep up with deadlines, especially with so many important things coming up. Other than that, any other announcements? If not, we will chat. No, okay. We will move on to the next order of business, which is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, motion is passed and the meeting will